Good morning, students. Today we're gonna study about forms. I think you might have filled up many forms with your exam application forms, okay, and your job applications form, online mode. So through online mode, we can apply many forms, okay. So here, what we are doing, so there is only one form. Through that, we are giving our data, like your name, ESN, okay. When you are, for example, just take a example of applying your exam, okay, exam application form for your examination purpose. If you are applying examination form, first of all, it will ask all your details like your name, ESN, address, isn't it, a gender, okay, like these. So these are your data which are giving through a form. To whom you are giving? To VTU server, okay. Here there is a interaction between your browser to a VTU server, isn't it, through a form. Are you getting? So form is such a things which can establish interaction between your browser to web server. Web server means it's a server where your data is actually being stored, isn't it? Your name, USN, or your photo, all these data are through a form. It is storing into your VTU server, okay, that we call the web server. So in that server, your data is storing, isn't it? So see here, form is a intermediate or interact between your browser, means your, for example, through a Chrome browser, you are applying your form. So Chrome is a browser. Through a browser, you are interacting with your server. Are you getting? But there is only one form for same form for all. Same form will be for all, but data you are entering in that form, that is different. Are you getting? Form is same, but data you are entering. For example, if I am entering my data, means my name is different, my address is different, my photo is different. If you, one of your guy is entering your data, means that guy name is different, if is different, his photo may be different. But a form is single. Single form can be distributed to all, but data collecting from that form may be different. Those data will be stored in a servers. Or V2, if you are applying V2 application form, you are applying an examination application form, means that data will be collected to a server. Once if you are entered those data, using those data, again that server is giving you a hall ticket. Are you getting? So hall ticket is also a form of HTML element. So here HTML, so form of your form is in the form of HTML document, isn't it? You are giving a data through a HTML document to the server, but to get back the same data using some other format like your hall ticket form. So you are giving your name, address, even USN, all your photos, etc. The same thing will be getting back through a hall ticket form. Are you getting? So that is a communication between your browser and server. If you are requesting something to a server, means it will get back that response through some other form. Here what I am doing, I am giving a request using application form, okay, but I am getting a response in the form of hall ticket. Are you getting? So here actually interaction is establishing between your browser and your server. Server means your VTU server. Okay. So what I mean to say is a form is such a things which can give a lot of information or lot of data to the server. Are you getting? In the form of text, in the form of buttons, in the form of list, in the form of some list of items, etc. So how means we will see. First of all, Generally, what form contains? First of all, generally we know the form means it will contain a there we have to enter some text like your name. If it asks some name means you have to enter name in the form of text. Okay, sometime you may select your nation also. There will be some list, America, France, all those things. In among them, you have to select your country also. That we call as a list, at a item list. We can also say, and some buttons also there. Submit buttons. Okay, some radio buttons are there. Some checking buttons are also there. So we will see how form is to be actually. Okay, so here form contains some text you have to enter, or some list are there, or some click buttons are there in the form. Okay, so forms are using to interact with your server only. Through a form you can interact with your server. Okay, if I example, if I am applying my examination application form, is that is I am interacting with VTU server directly. Okay, so check, so what actually this form contains. Okay, what you are entering data. For example, if I am entering data like my name, events, and all those things, those data will be saved in a database. I think you might have heard a database means it's a huge amount of data. Okay. For example, in our VTU, we are having lakhs of students, but all data are stored in a database. Database is a huge, a of maximum amount of data which can store. Okay, that we call the database. Okay, I think our institute, our VTU has been established since it's been running 30 years. For example, it's been running 30 years, past 30 years. So past 30 years, every year maximum of 40 to 50,000 students are passing out. Means, so it's been for example 30 years into 50, it's near to 1.5 crore people's 5 crore students are passed out. Means that VTU has to be maintain those students data. So those mass amount of data we call as a database, isn't it? If you are entering everything, means that will be stored in a database actually. Okay, got it? So database is a mass amount of, that means huge amount of data. Okay, so here what you are enter, that will be stored in a database of your server. Okay, here where the controls of your form is in the form of controlling your text elements or buttons. In the form we can see all those things. We can see the we can enter text in the form, or we can control the choosing of list. If you are Indian, means you have to choose a Indian from the list. Okay, the list form of element will also be there. Some buttons will be there in the form. I think you have seen the many buttons, while submit button, cancel button, receipt button, all those buttons should be there in the form, or checkbox must be there. Maybe you might have seen in while filling up your like a bank, they'll give, while opening of your account, they will give some form. You have to fill up that form also. That form may contain some checks. If you are some like a male, means you have to check to male. If you are female, means you have to check the female button. That, okay, that things. A radio button is also a round button that we will see later. So a button which is in the form of round. Okay, check means it is a form of box, square box. Okay, that we will see later in this model. Okay, those, all those form of buttons, boxes, lists, or text, entering text, all those things contain in a form. Okay, so that we will see structure of form, how form is to be actually. Okay, what's the structure of form? First of all, if you are having form, means that should be enclosed between form element, enclosed between which tag? Form tag. Okay, form must be enclosed between form tag. That you have to remember. Form tag. Getting? So form element tag, you can also call it as tag or element. So form element has to be enclosed. Okay, whatever you are writing, everything must be in the form element, or starting of form and ending of form. That's it. But one thing, you should not have one more form in the form. Means there should not be inner form. Means one in the other form that should not be there. Means inside of the form you should not have one more form. Okay, there is only one form. You should not have one more form in that form. Okay, so which form contains other elements that represent various input to element within form, as well as almost the element. Okay, the form, in the form, then we can find almost one HTML element also. Means one complete HTML document you may be having in a single form. Okay, complete HTML element you can get in the form element or form tag. You can get a complete HTML element in the form element. Okay, that we will see in this figure 4.1. Let's check that here. It's a sample of HTML form. Okay, can you see this? I will maximize this. Okay, now you can easily see this. So this is a form. Here what I am having a title. Are you getting? So this is a title. Okay, in this title, here I can enter the title. This is a space. In that space, I can enter the title. Okay, the country. In the country, I'm having a list of country. I'm having a list. So among these lists, you have to choose some country like your India, Canada, and US. Okay, you have to choose some country. So this kind of element we call as a list, content list. Okay, here you can check it. Here I am having a one button. That button we call submit button. When you are enter your title name, when you are select some country, after that you have to submit that. At that time, your data must be your title name. If I am giving title name as LAEC, for example, I am giving title name as LAEC. This is the title name. Here I am selecting country as an US, for example. So what's the meaning of this? When I submit it, this form means when I click on that submit button means these two data, your LAC and USA data will be stored in a server. Okay, stored in a server. Okay, server. In the server, we're actually having a database. Database means a huge amount of data where we can maintain. Okay, database of your server. Isn't it? So this way it works actually. So whatever you are entering, that data will be stored in a server database. So here what is happening, the interaction is establishing between your browser. For example, if you are opening your page in a Google Chrome, so here Google Chrome is my browser. What is my browser? Chrome is my browser, isn't it? So through this Chrome, what you are doing? You are interacting with whom you are interacting? This server. If it is an VTU server, means through your browser, you are interacting with a VTU server. So using form element. Regarding the form is provide an interaction between your browser to a server. Got it? Okay, fine. Any doubt? But this is a sample of form. If you have any doubt, you can place your comment in the comment box. On the next class, so here you can see these we will see in later further classes. What's the meaning of these elements? So these we call as the elements. We can also call as the tags. The form tag, field set tag, p, you know the p tag, okay, label tag, okay, that we will see one by one in further classes. But there's a sample, okay, that must be closed. Here, what I said you before, the form is enclosed between form element. इस यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा आपका फॉर्म, यहाँ पर एंड हो रहा है. In between that you are having your complete form. ओके इसके अंदर कुछ भी रह सकता है. ओके रह सकता है मीन्स यू आर हैविंग अ सिलेक्शन टैग एलिमेंट. सेलेक्ट एलिमेंट किसके लिए यूज होता? इफ यू आर हैविंग अ मल्टीपल लिस्ट. यहाँ मेरे पास क्या है, मल्टीपल कंट्री का लिस्ट है. ओके एट दैट टाइम यू हैव टू यूज सेलेक्ट एलिमेंट. Are you getting? Select tag. So select tag which is help you to select your choice from multiple list. Okay, मल्टीपल लिस्ट के अंदर से ये का वैल्यू सेलेक्ट करने के लिए हम सेलेक्ट एलिमेंट यूज करते हैं. ओके इसके अंदर क्या क्या रहता है? अब सेलेक्ट के अंदर ऑप्शंस आना. बोले तो कितने ऑप्शंस है आपके सेलेक्ट में? और कंट्री में आप इफ यू आर हैविंग योर एशियन कॉन्टिनेंटल, ओके एशियन कॉन्टिनेंटल के अंदर कितने कंट्रीज आएंगे, उस कंट्री का लिस्ट किस में आना चाहिए? ऑप्शन में. फॉर एग्जांपल इन आवर नेशन हाउ मेनी स्टेट्स आर देयर? ओके select, in a select there must be a nation, name must be a nation, and option must be your number of states. Karnataka, okay, Andhra, uh, Pashchim Bengal, all those things, the state must be there. Okay, so options is used to a options means number of your options. The select is used to select. Okay, label is means this name. Here I am giving country. Country is my label. Here, if you are taking a college name, you can give a college. Okay. While applying your application form, also they may be asked your college. When you are give a college means you have to select among those college. Your college name must be selected. Okay. So to do those things, we are using these kind of forms. I hope guys you are understanding this. Here label is used for giving these names of your that element. Here title is my label. Okay, getting? Title is label. Label किसके लिए यूज होता है? उसका नाम देने के लिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप लिस्ट किसके लिए यूज कर रहे हैं? आपका कॉलेज सेलेक्ट करने करते वक्त यूज कर रहे हैं समझो. तो उस समय यू हैव टू गिव योर कॉलेज इज योर लेबल. ओके उसका नाम देने के लिए लेबल यूज करना. सेलेक्ट बोले तो मल्टीपल सिलेक्शन रहे तो सेलेक्ट यूज करना. उसके अंदर ऑप्शंस देना, कितने ऑप्शंस आप देना चाहते हो उतना ऑप्शंस यू कैन गिव. ओके रिगार्डिंग if your form is in the form of you are giving a text in that form, आप उस टेक्स्ट देना चाहते हो उस फॉर्म में. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यूर नेम, उसके सामने नाम आपका नाम लिखना चाहते हो तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू गिव लेबल. लेबल क्या देना चाहिए? आप नेम देना चाहिए. उसके बाद कौन सा एलिमेंट यूज करना है? इनपुट एलिमेंट. इनपुट एलिमेंट बोले तो तब ऐसा एक कर्सर आके सब ब्लैंक आएंगे. उसके बाद एक कर्सर आएगा यहाँ पर यू कैन गिव योर नेम. ओके टू डू दैट वी आर यूजिंग इनपुट एलिमेंट. इनपुट किसके लिए यूज होता है? अगर तुम आपका नाम लिखना चाहते हो और कंट्री का नाम जो भी आप यू आर एंटरिंग योर टेक्स्ट इन द फॉर्म में आपका टेक्स्ट लिखना चाहते हो तो आप इनपुट एलिमेंट यूज करना चाहिए. ओके किस टाइप का आप डेटा दे रहे? टेक्स्ट फॉर्म का डेटा दे रहे. उसका नाम क्या है? टाइटल. टाइटल बोलते ये एट्रीब्यूट्स बाद में हेल्प होता. आपका नेम एट्रीब्यूट्स हेल्प्स टू लेटर that we will see in further classes. Here one more submit is also one more button. Submit button के लिए क्या हम क्या कौन सा सिंटैक्स यूज करते हैं? इनपुट. सी इनपुट एक ले लेना. इनपुट एलिमेंट में टाइप कौन सा लेना? सबमिट. इधर टाइप हम क्या लिए? टेक्स्ट लिए. इसीलिए एक बॉक्स आया उसके अंदर टेक्स्ट लिख सकते हैं. इफ आई एम गिविंग सबमिट मीन्स एक बॉक्स आएगा उसके ऊपर सबमिट बोल के लिख के आएगा. रिगार्डिंग so that we will see further classes. Okay it out.